question for today is this. How much time... What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Well, almost beautiful. Not quite beautiful. Not really beautiful at all, South Georgia. If we're being honest. I know that doesn't look that dark out, but it rained till 11 o'clock last night. Everything was already wet. So, yeah, it makes me tired, man. I'm already tired. It's 7:59. I didn't want to go out too early because everything is so wet. And because rain is perhaps coming right back, it's supposed to rain on and off all day, I guess. I want to get the residentials done. So Elro and 002 are headed to do 3 residentials. And I'm going to do the 2 that I always do. And then we're going back to the college. Or not back to the college. We're going to the college. So. And, you know, main thing I want to get is these residentials done. If I can get them done and then it rains, I worry about, you know, the college whenever I can. You know, that's all you can do. Last week, because I had to leave them, they worked till it rained, then they went back Saturday morning and finished. But see, I got some landscape stuff I need to go do in the morning. So, and I think the chance of rain tomorrow is greater than the chance of rain today. At least I'm not like my folks out in, shout out to Jay's Crazy Cuts out in Louisiana. Every day I see a post from them. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Y'all go check them out. Go check out their channel. If you want to see some rain in Louisiana, go check out their channel. Josh, with Josh's Lawn and Landscape, he's got rained out in the last 2 days. We're on schedule right now. In fact, we finished yesterday. Actually, I probably made a mistake yesterday. We got done at 1:30 yesterday. And I could have went and cut. I could have went ahead and did one of these residentials that I'm about to do. And we could have went ahead and cut the front and back of the college. Oh, look at there, man. Look at there. Old son. Trying to get out, man. Come on out. We need you. But to be honest, I just wasn't feeling it yesterday. You ever have those kind of days? We had a short day, and I couldn't wait to get done. Just wasn't motivated, man. So, now I'm going to pay the price today, because we could have went and done the about 2 3/4 acre that I'm going to do, and we could have cut the front and the back of the college, where we would only have, with 3 guys over there, we'd have probably only had 2 hours to finish up the college today. And, you know, we could have been on it at 10 o'clock this morning. We could have been done at 12 or 1 today. Had we done that, but we didn't. We didn't. I don't know if I'm still dealing with some of the effects of COVID. I kind of feel like I am. When I had it in 2021, to begin to 2021, man, it took 6 weeks or 2 months to get back full speed. Just like I got tired a lot easier. But I don't know if that's it, or there's been so much going on ministry wise. We've been wide open at the church, and I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it is, but I've been dragging. So anyway, that I do know. But and it's the time of year. I know a lot of guys and gals in land, when it gets to this time of year, you just want it to be over. You know, you started cutting in March, April. You've been through all the hot summer months. It's almost September. Like, I'm getting excited because some of my weeklies are about to go bi-weekly. And I'm like, yes. Anyway, let me get off of here. Probably have a bunch of rambling today, so I'll save some of that for after a while. All right, so just left that little, it's basically about a half acre, I think. I mean, it might be no more than 3/4 for sure. So the question for today is this: how much time do you spend on, let's say, a property, the maximum amount of time you spend on a property between a half acre and 3/4 acre? Somebody messaged me here or something. Let me see what I got going on. Make sure. No, must have been an email. I don't worry about emails, but messages, I got to keep up with them. So between a half and 3/4 maximum amount of time you spend. Now look, I know every property, I know there's some that you can go in and do in 25 minutes, you know, but I'm talking about the maximum time. Now this is just edge, mow, trim, and blow. No bed work, none of that. Now that property there, I actually do a little maintaining in the beds. I don't trim anything, but I keep the weeds out of the bed. And I just got to thinking about today, you know, a property that small, how long do I stay on it? You know, I can cut. It only take me 20 more minutes to do this 2 3/4 acre property. Sometimes the fastest time on a 2 3/4 acre versus the longest time on this one is not a whole lot of difference. Now that's not the norm, but I'm just curious, you know. Now this is a well maintained, you know, I got a lot of beds to trim around and you know, blow the grass clippings back out of the beds, got a pool in the back. So they had a new concrete driveway put in, and they used that fiber concrete, I guess, because man, the grass, even dry grass, just sticks to it. It's just like it grabs a hold of it. And the way their property is set up, there's about a 2.5 more strip on one side, really about a 2 more strip on one side, and you either end up blowing it in the beds or on the driveway. There is no possible way at that property to go into the backyard without driving on the driveway. So then you leave marks on the driveway, you know, a little bit. I'm curious, you know, how y'all handle that. It's just, I mean, and then with it being wet like it has been here recently, it makes it more challenging, because you know that wet grass wants to stain it. And thankfully they're not super picky about that. In fact, they got an area that I drive over that that apparently doesn't get any sunlight, and even though that slab's only been there about 3 months, the concrete's already turning green. So they're gonna have to pressure wash it anyway, and anything I might leave there, they'll get off. I could probably get that job if I wanted it, but nah. So, you know, there's a couple of things like that that I found that I struggle with on different properties. So the question is, what's the most amount of time you spend on a half to 3/4 acre property? And the answer for me is I've spent an hour and a half before on that property, but now that would be when I was going and cleaning out the beds and everything. Just cutting and trimming edge and blowing about an hour is the norm. So how do y'all handle white fences? Everybody around here, not everybody, but a lot of people around here got these white PVC fences. And if you cough, grass will blow up off the ground onto the fence. Serious, man. It's ridiculous, especially when it's wet out. Now, we've been getting a lot of rain, so it's gonna be wet. These kind of yards, like that yard's irrigated. Now, I did get her to stop irrigating it on the day I come, but it still has a lot of moisture content in the grass, even when the sun's out, you know. Now, what I do is I go back and I blow off the fence, but it still gets some, if you start trying to blow right at the bottom of the fence and kind of blow over it or out from it, you know how you blow over a bed to keep from blowing the mulch out? If you try to do that on a fence, it'll stir up stuff from the ground and then it'll cling to the fence. Now, thankfully, again, the customers, I do my best to clean it off. They haven't been super picky, and it rains every day, so that seems to take care of it. But I'm just curious what some of you might do, you know, to deal with that particular situation. So, if you got any thoughts. Anyway, I'm headed to the second one. That'll be the 2, I'm gonna call it 2 3/4. Next time I mention it, I'll probably call it 3. But anyway, for right now, the 2 3/4. And look at there, boy, coffee. It's cold now, but I don't care. I drink it anyway. I'm headed to the 2 3/4. I already said that, didn't I? Did I say I was headed to the 2 3/4? And I'm gonna knock it out. Weather is not looking good. I haven't even pulled up the radar. There's no point. We're gonna cut until we can't cut. So I'm gonna get over there. Hopefully, you know, the sun peaked out a while ago, so it goes from that, you know, it's all overcast and looks like it's gonna start dropping rain any second. Now, there's no real dark clouds around, but, and then it goes from that. Man, I gotta make it through this light. Huh, that was a long light, but squirrel. So I want to at least get this property done if I can get on it. I don't know how much it's rained over here. So, man, it looks like rain bad. Elro and 002 should probably be at their last property now. They had to go fuel up the mowers, get water, get ice and all that this morning, but they should have still been, they should have been, you know, cutting by 8 o'clock. Try to look over and see if I can see them. They would be across over behind the football field. Run off the road looking, man. Yeah, that building's in the way. I can't see. I got my doubts about us getting a college cut, though. I really do. Man, I'm so backed up. I'm on the cut schedule. Now, if I get this other yard and they finish, which if I get this other yard, they should be finished. They easily do those 3 in the time it takes me to do 2, especially when one of mine's almost as big as all 3 of theirs. Man, so I know I'm rambling on, man. I'm thinking. So aside, if I get this one done, they get theirs done. Which if I get done, they should be. That's the point I was trying to make. We will have everything cut but the college, which for 3 of us is only about 4 hours, probably somewhere in that neighborhood, which is not, you know, is not that bad. But the landscaping, man. See, I was gonna do some landscaping last week, couldn't get to it, had something else had priority, you know, a funeral, and I was gonna landscape tomorrow. But if we don't get the college cut, then I'm gonna have to be out here trying to cut the college. And And I got one lady's been waiting on me now for 6 or 8 weeks. And I'm gonna do another video on this, but I got some changes coming for 2023, man. I think I've decided to restructure, you know, the way we set up and the way we doing things and the kind of properties we doing. So I ain't gonna say nothing about that in this video, but I will do a video. It may be a while before I do it because I'm still working through it. I may do a video talking about what I'm considering. It'll obviously be, you know, after the first of the year, probably, before I really pull the trigger on it. But I'm thinking about scaling back some. This is gonna be a big year for us, bigger than I really intended on it being. And but you know, that comes at a price. So, and in all honesty, I started out this year with the intent of hiring somebody that could work with Elro anytime, and then let the boys help me, you know, when I needed help, and still give them some hours, but not like they got this summer. But I didn't do that, well, because I couldn't find nobody, really. I didn't try super hard, but a couple of people I kind of tried to deal with just didn't work out. So anyway, let me get off here, man. I ain't got time to be talking. I got to beat the rain. Look at here, look at here, look at here, boy. Look where we at. Look where we at, man. Elro's out there like he's got this whole front. He's got this whole front cut anyway. Of course, that's all they got. They only been here like an hour. 002 is trimming, and I'm about to get the edger. Yeah, he ain't got the whole front. He still got part of it over there. But man, it's a wet mess here, man. Wet mess. I need me a bottle of water. I hope they picked up some water this morning. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and get to work, man. I'm gonna try to help them as long as I can. Then I'm gonna probably stay here about an hour and 40 minutes, and then I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna try to take my wife to her doctor's appointment today if I can. So anyway, we're gonna see how it goes. So I got to get busy. All right, it is 12:43. I told my wife I was gonna try to be home at 1. I should make that. Well, I'm about 13-14 miles from the house. Probably, something like that. I was gonna show y'all, I mean, it ain't gonna help that I'm gonna show y'all stuff now. I never really let y'all look around up here. But I just cut all this on the front. I edged the whole property and I cut this front. You still got to blow it off. But cut all that. Then I'll show you this front around here. Trying not to get everybody's vehicles all up in it. Not that it really matters, I don't think. And cut this, man. It's got a lot of Bermuda grass in it. Man, I don't like that stuff. It doesn't really grow. But anyway, Elro's on the back of the college, and there is 002 right there. I gave him the stander, and I put the Super Z on the truck. They don't really care. They like cutting with the Super Z. I asked him if he wanted to swap. He said, I don't care. But on a property that size, there he goes. Comes way on down here, man, and way back there you can see. Thing about a property that size, that standard definitely helps you, because we don't really blow off the parking lot, but we blow all the curbs off because we edge everything, and so you can ride. Man, I imagine if you walk around and do all the blowing, it's a good mile. You know, and you can ride and get a lot of that, all those curbs and stuff. And then I don't blow off the sidewalks with the mower. I have, but you don't get them as good as I want them, because when I cut that dirt out from beside the sidewalk, I want to blow that out. You know, the grass out of it, the dirt out of it, and you about got to be walking to do that, even with that 800. So anyway, let's see. They'll be done. They probably got another hour and a half. So that's going to put them, well, we'll say an hour and 45 minutes to make it even. So and they probably go eat because they ain't had lunch. It'll be 2 o'clock. It'll be 1:45. Yeah, it'll be 2 o'clock when they finish cutting and blowing off and all that, and you know, then driving home and all. But they should be in the neighborhood about 2 o'clock. They should at least be done at the college. And so we didn't start this morning until 7:30. So, you know, that ain't gonna be too bad. But it was at 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. That's 6.5. They're gonna probably have 7 hours by the time they get home. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. We probably on the low end. Remember I told you 12, well, and things are slowing down now, but I told you Friday's usually a $1,200 to $2,000 day. And we'll be on the low end of it this time. But we didn't have that 3-acre property in there this week. Next week we'll have a 3-acre. And we're supposed to have a 5-acre, but that dude's gotten iffy with me, and I'm not even messing with him no more. I mean, I'll still cut his property, but, and I understand his situation. His wife has been, he moved here from like Idaho, Utah, something like that, and his wife hadn't came yet. Well, she's coming now, and she wants to evaluate the lawn situation, in his words. Now, I'm going to translate that. This is my translation. I don't have any idea. He's got a Raptor XD. My translation of that is she wants him to get his butt out there and cut that yard and not be paying me $250 every time I come over there. Because that's what I charge for it. 5 acres. I mean, $50 an acre on 5 acres. You can, as long as there ain't a ton of trimming and there isn't there, you can make money all day long doing that. Now, it ain't $50 an acre unless you got at least, usually at least 5 acres. I'm down to about 50. If you got an acre, it's, you know, 70 plus. You know, 2 acres. If you go from anywhere from 2 to 5 acres, then you probably fall up into the $60 acre range, something like that. And then once you get north of 5, you're at about 50. Now, that's not cutting overgrown properties. That's, you know, either A, bi-weekly cutting properties that don't grow fast, or B, that's cutting them every week. So, and that's not a ton of bahia. Now, some of these, we got a bunch of bahia on that, you know, you might add another $5 an acre or $10 or whatever if it's, you know, especially if it's a bahia bi-weekly, then you got to run that price on up. But anyway, I'm thinking that's a deal that, you know, she's probably thinking, hey, we got a lawnmower, why are we paying $500 a month, thereabout, $750 on a month that had, say, 3 Fridays in it or whatever, or 5 Fridays, and you did the 1st, 3rd, and 5th, you know, every 2 weeks. But his is actually, I think I was doing his once a month because it grows pretty slow. I mean, twice a month. Yeah, I was. Because the extra couple of days didn't really make no difference in his yard. So $500 a month, she's probably thinking, hey, you know, why are we paying that when we got a lawnmower? But we'll see. They'll probably be calling back. And I will go cut it. I don't have an issue going to cut it, but I'm not calling him. You know, I just told him, I said, hey man, you know, when he told me that, I said, well look, if you need us, you let me know if we got a spot in the schedule. If we can work you in, we'll do it. Now that's the other thing, when you start getting iffy, you're not guaranteed a spot. You know, now if I got a customer just wanted to skip a week for some reason or something, especially when the grass slows down, one time here, one time there, I don't have no issue with that. But when it's like, well, we want to put it on hold, or I need to wait and see what we're gonna do, well,
that's when I take you off the schedule. He's gone. Had another guy that I cut for last year call. I went and looked at his property. He's got 5 acres. And when I gave him the new price, his was $55 an acre. And the reason is he got a lot of trimming. Or, you know, it'd take an hour and 15 minutes to trim the property. Well, that's an hour and 15 minutes that, you know, somebody can't be on the lawnmower. And an hour and 15 minutes, you can cut a lot of grass. In fact, in an hour, what I showed y'all at the college, I cut all that, well, in less than an hour, like 45 minutes. So, yeah. Anyway, I need to get off this thing, man. I'm gonna get to the house. I'm gonna jump out of these clothes, and I'll probably have time to take a quick shower. And I'm gonna run my wife. She's not feeling good, but she's going back for a follow-up where she had surgery. They gotta take the stitches out. And I told her I wasn't gonna be able to go. Well, she ain't on any medicine or anything, so she can drive. But I like to go if I can. And so them guys can finish it up. They did it all by themselves last time. So, all right. I know this thing's long. Rambling road trip. That's what y'all get here. Welcome to the Rambling road trip. Yeah. Hey, appreciate y'all watching. I think I mentioned some channels earlier. Jay's Crazy Cuts. I don't have anything to show you what their channel looks like. J''S Crazy Cuts. Maybe K-U-T-Z or C-U-T-Z or something. Anyway, look it up. They got a green logo. I know that. Josh, with Josh's Lawn and Landscape. Wild Bill's Lawn Care. Wild Bill doesn't do a whole lot of videos, but he does a good job when he does. He likes to play with the editing on the videos. So y'all go check them channels out. Big Sons Lawn Care. Y'all check him out over there. I'm trying to think of some other ones, but I got the name, part of the name, but I don't have the whole name. So I'll do better on the next video. I don't want to put a half a name out there. Anyway, hey, appreciate you watching. My prayer for you is always the same. And the Lord might richly bless you. And that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great day.